Hello friends, welcome to Affairs Cloud Learn to Lead. This is Ashu and today we will discuss very important current affair of 3rd of March 2021. You can see two best images of the day, but today we will discuss 13 to 14 very important and the most important current affair. So I am requesting you all the students that you have to like this video, you have to share this video as maximum as possible and you have to subscribe our channel if you are new on this channel. But before proceeding, I just want to discuss about Affairs Cloud subscription that is related to our current affairs. You can download our current affairs subscription by downloading our application. The name of the application is Careers Cloud. So remember, the name of application is Careers Cloud, not the Affairs Cloud. You can download by very simple method. You can go to the description box of this video. We put a downloading link. Then by clicking on that link, you can download this application. And we are providing 1 year subscription as well as 2 year subscription. And both the subscriptions prices are very much low. You can easily assess these current affairs at very minimal cost. What we are providing under this current affairs? We are providing daily PDFs. It means in the daily PDF section, we are providing 2 PDFs. One is related to the theoretical current affairs. It means the detailed current affair of particular day. Next is the question and answer PDF of particular day so that you can revise the current affair in question and answer format. Next is the weekly PDF and it is very important PDF because you can revise the current affair according to week. Next is the weekly test. It is very important to evaluate yourself that how much current affair you can retain for long time period and how much current affair you need to require more revision. Next is the monthly PDF and it is again the most important section because we are providing so many PDFs under this section. Like first is the study PDF. It means we are providing the detailed and the theoretical current affair under this PDF. Next is the question and answer PDF. It means all the detailed current affair will be provided to you in the format of question and answer so that you can revise again and again. Next is Pocket PDF. As the name suggests, it is very important to revise the current affair very quickly. Next is Banking, Finance and Economy PDF, especially for those aspirants who are preparing for banking exam. And next is the top 100 current affair. It means the best 100 current affair will be provided to you in the form of question and answer so that you can revise again and again. So these current affairs, all these current affairs will be provided under 1 year subscription and 2 year subscription on the monthly basis. So the price of these current affairs are very much low and on that minimal cost we are providing 10% extra discount and these current affairs are available in Hindi as well as in English. So how you can avail this 10% extra discount? You can use this code ASH10, then you can avail this 10% extra discount on that minimal cost. So let's start today's current affair, that is the 3rd of March 2021. But before proceeding, I am again requesting you all the students that you have to like this video, you have to share as maximum as possible and you have to subscribe our channel. So let's start today's current affair with our first section, that is the most important question section. Here is our first question. Who authored a new book, Joe Biden, American Dreamer, a biography of Joe Biden? So all the students I think know that Joe Biden is currently the President of United States of America and he became the 46th President of United States of America because Donald Trump was 45th President of United States of America and he took oath on 20th of January 2021. So a person authored a book related to the biography of Joe Biden and name of this person is, yes, Evan Osnos. So remember the name. A option is right, Evan Osnos. If people are thinking about Dan Moraine, but Dan Moraine is wrong answer because he wrote the biography of Kamala Harris, Vice President of United States of America. So you have to remember this also. But if the examiner is asking about Joe Biden, then you have to remember Evan Osnos. You can see the cover page of the book, very beautiful cover page, and you can see the picture of Joe Biden, American Dreamer, and it is written by Evan Osnos. And he was also the winner of the National Book Award. You can also see the author portrays President Joseph R. Biden Jr. as a man who has sustained a 50-year political career because he was also the Vice President, 47th Vice President of United States of America during the time period of the Barack Obama. And he became the president and a man who is marked with deep personal losses. The book features the revealing conversation between the Joe Biden and the other people like Barack Obama and the other persons related to his political party. The book is published by the Bloomsbury Publishing, but publishing agency sometime examiner is asking, but otherwise it is not so much important. So remember the name of the book. What is the name of the book? Very important. Joe Biden, American Dreamer. Who wrote this book? Evan Osnos. But don't confuse with the Dan Moraine. Dan Moraine wrote the biography of Kamala Harris. But you have to remember this book captures the characters and the features of the presidential election also. So now we are moving to next question. Who is appointed as the Principal Director General of Press Information Bureau? So very important organization of Government of India, especially related to the media coverage. And who is appointed as the principal director. It means the highest post of the Press Information Bureau. So remember, on the 1st of March 2021, he took over as a principal director general from the incumbent Kuldeep Singh Datwalia. It means the older or the former principal director was Kuldeep Singh Datwalia. It means it is not the answer, who superannuated on the 28th of February 2021. It means a new person took charge as a principal director general of this organization, and name of this person is Jaideep Bhatnagar. So right answer is A, remember. And if the examiner is asking about former principal director general of Press Information Bureau, then answer is Kuldeep Singh Datwalia. So this is only the information you have to require under this question. So you can just remember this slide question. So you can see the picture. You have to remember the picture also. You have to remember the name also, so that you can recall the answer during exam time. And Jaideep Bhatnagar take over as the principal director general of the Press Information Bureau. Now we are moving to next question. Mukesh Ambani becomes dash richest in the world according to Huron Global Rich List 2021. So one question under this question is also important, that who topped under the Huron Global Rich List 2021. The person who topped under this list is Elon Musk, who is currently the CEO of the Tesla. You have to remember, CEO of the Tesla. And what is the rank of Mukesh Ambani? Mukesh Ambani rank is 8th. So remember, what is the rank of Mukesh Ambani? 8th rank. And you can see the picture of Mukesh Ambani, Huron Global Rich List 2021. And India adds 40 billionaires in 2020. And Mukesh Ambani ranked in the 8th richest in the world, Elon Musk at the top. You can also see here, the list was topped by the Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla, and second position goes to Jeff Bezos. And in the Huron Global List of 2020, Mukesh Ambani was ranked 9th. It means one rank improved by the Mukesh Ambani property, and he moved to the 8th rank. And Elon Musk took over as the number 1 spot for the first time. Because already Jeff Bezos was on the first. But now Elon Musk took the number 1 spot for the first time. And at the age of 49 years, he is the youngest to make the number 1 spot. This is a huge, because at the age of the 49, this is a huge opportunity, or this is a huge achievement which is basically created by the Elon Musk, and he is the youngest to take number 1 spot. And Apurva Mehta from India, she is currently the CEO of the Instacart. And Nikhil Kamath of Zerodha is a trading application, became the youngest Indian billionaires with a net worth of USD 1.7 billion. So remember, the youngest Indian billionaires who listed under the Huron Global Rich List. And India climbed to the 3rd spot in the Huron Global List 2021 with 201 billionaires. Remember this. You have to remember one again most important thing under this question. If the examiner is asking about who is the Asia's richest person under this list, then answer is Zhahong Shanshan. So you have to just remember the initials Zhahong, and he belongs to which country? China. He is the founder of Chinese water maker. So remember, who is the Asia's richest person? The name is Zhahong Shanshan. Now we are moving to next question. Which RRB, Regional Rural Bank, became India's first RRB to launch digital saving account opening facility through video Know Your Customer facility? So it is the most important question for the banking students, because this is the first time that any RRB started this digital saving account, because you don't have any requirement to visit the branch of this rural banks, so that you have to open the saving account. But now you can digitally open this saving account by the video calling, and they can verify your KYC. So this is the main feature of this RRB, and answer is not the one option. Answer is Telangana Gramin Bank as well as the Andhra Pradesh Gramin Vikas Bank. So answer is both A and C. So you have to remember both A and C is the answer, and these both RRBs are sponsored by the State Bank of India. Both RRBs are sponsored by State Bank of India, and even this event is basically properly launched by the Dinesh Kumar Khara, who is currently the chairman of SBI. And zero contact feature will be enabled the onboarding of customers which are equivalent to the commercial banks, and this facilitate the current account and the saving account portfolio will be increased of both the banks. So remember this. You can see here SBI sponsored RRBs like Telangana Gramin Bank and Andhra Pradesh Gramin Bank launched video KYC facility. So now you can open your account at your home, and it becomes the India's first RRB. Both the RRBs becomes the India's first RRB to launch digital saving account opening facility through the video Know Your Customer facility. Both RRBs are sponsored by State Bank of India, but you have to remember that center government share is 50%, Center government share is 50%, state government share is 15%, and sponsored bank share is 35%. This is again very important ratio you have to remember. And remember, RRBs were established according to the recommendations of the Narasimha Committee of 1975. And first RRB also established on the Gandhiji birthday, 2nd of October 1975. That was known as the Prathama Gramin Bank, because Prathama means the first bank, and it was opened in the Moradabad, UP. So remember, the feature will enable zero contact onboarding of the customer, which are equivalent to the commercial banks. So these things are very important, and so many RRBs are now merged. So that's why total RRBs are 43. Till date, total RRBs are 43. You have to remember the sharing status. 50% related to the center government, 15% state government, and 35% related to the sponsor bank. And both the banks are sponsored by SBI. Moving to next question. Which Indian activists have been featured in the 2021 Times 100 Next? It means the Times Magazine 100 Emerging Leader List. So Time Magazine released the 100 persons who are the emerging leaders, and it is released by Time Magazine, and it is a very important name. That's why it is important. And they named one Indian activist. They also named the 5 Indian origin persons under the 100 emerging leaders, but they also named one Indian activist. So I am talking about only the Indian activist name. So what is the name? It is the Chandrasekhar Azad. Don't confuse with the Chandrasekhar Azad history related Chandrasekhar Azad, but you have to remember he is basically related to the Bhim army. He is currently the Bhim army chief, Chandrasekhar Azad. You can see 5 Indian origin personalities and 1 Indian activist have been featured. And what is the name of one Indian activist? That is Chandrasekhar Azad. He is currently the Bhim army chief. He is a sole Indian activist who has been named in the list. And 5 other Indians that are not so much important. Only one person name you can remember. That is the Rishi Sunak, Britain finance minister. He is currently the Britain finance minister. So remember the Rishi Sunak. And other names are Vijay Gade, Apurva Mehta, Shikha Gupta, and Rohan Pavluri. So don't remember these names. These are not so much important for your exam. Just remember this Rishi Sunak and this Chandrasekhar Azad. Now we are moving to next section, and it is the very important question section. Here is our first question. Which railway inaugurated the newly commissioned mobile train radio communication system? So this is very important question, and this is a new thing for the Indian Railway, and it is stated by one of the railway zones, and this is started by the Western Railway Zone. So answer C is right. So what is this MTRS system? MTRS has integrated with the existing train management system to enable controllers to communicate with driver and guard using train number codes. And it also has a provision for broadcast calls which can be used in case of emergency. So this is a very important system, because by this system, we can help in preventing train accidents by ensuring an instant and constant interaction of the train crew with the control center and the station master. And this will work according to the GPS enabled system. So it is basically a communication system between the train and the controller room, and ensures smooth movement of the rakes and in mitigation of adverse events. So this is very important system for the trains, but it is recently started under the Western Railway. So you have to remember where the headquarter of these railway zones. Northern Railway Zone is in Delhi. Remember this. Southern Railway Zone is in Chennai. Western Railway Zone is in Churchgate, Mumbai. And Eastern Railway Zone is Calcutta. So you have to remember this also. So mobile train radio communication system commissioned in the Western Railway trains, first time in the Indian Railway. You can also see here, it is the first time that mobile train radio system was commissioned in the Indian Railways, and it can help in preventing the train accident by ensuring an instant and constant interaction of the train crew with the control center and the station master. So this is very important, because it will monitor track through the GPS system and aid in communication between the trains and the control room, and also ensure smooth movement of the rakes in mitigation of adverse events. So this is the main function of this mobile train radio communication. So what about Indian Railways? Chairman and CEO is Suneet Sharma. Remember, VK Yadav is now retired. So answer is Suneet Sharma, Chairman and CEO, and headquarters is in New Delhi. But examiner can ask that who is the first Chief Executive Officer of Indian Railways? So answer is VK Yadav. So you have to remember this. Moving to next question. Who signed a MOU to set up Market Infrastructure Institution with International Bullion Exchange at Gift City, Gujarat? So there are two things which are very important. One is the International Bullion Exchange. What is this International Bullion Exchange? So this International Bullion Exchange is a precious metal dealer which has a reputation as a trusted and dedicated resource for people who want to diversify their holdings. It means who want to invest with precious metals and diamond investments. So this is the International Bullion Exchange, which was set up under the gift city of Gujarat. So remember, gift city headquarters in Gandhinagar. And this stock exchange is National Stock Exchange, who tied up with the International Bullion Exchange to set up market infrastructure institutions. So you can see here, National Stock Exchange signed pact with the various entities to set up International Bullion Exchange at Gift City in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So MOU is in line with the objective of the government to make India as a price setter in the bullion through GIFT International Finance Service Center. So you have to remember, this is the International Finance Service Center, which was recently opened in 2020, and it is to control all the financial services which is provided at the international level. And who is the first chairman of International Finance Service Center? It is Injeti Srinivas. And in accordance with the International Finance Service Center Authority Bullion Exchange Regulation Act of 2020 and other applicable laws. So it is not so much important, just two things: National Stock Exchange, second is International Bullion Exchange. And what is International Bullion Exchange? It is a trade. It is a trade, or you can say it is an exchange of the precious metals and the diamond investment. So you have to remember. And National Stock Exchange is the India's largest financial market and the world largest derivative exchange in terms of contracts traded, because 70 lakh new registrations done in the NSE in recently in 1 year, and it is the highest registration in any national stock exchange. So that's why NSE is the India's largest financial market and world largest derivative exchange. This news was recent in news, so remember this. And what about National Stock Exchange? Very important. Managing Director and CEO Vikram Limai. So remember, Vikram Limai is currently the Managing Director and CEO of National Stock Exchange, and when it was started, it was incorporated in 1992, headquarters in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Moving to next question. Who has launched its first overseas offering, namely International Assess US Equity Fund of Funds for invest in mutual fund schemes in the United States market. So it means one mutual fund company in India started a fund of fund so that you can invest in the mutual fund companies. It means if you want to add some money in this fund of fund, it means this fund of fund will invest under these mutual fund schemes of the United States market, and this mutual fund company is SBI Mutual Fund. So you have to remember the name. SBI Mutual Fund, a partner for life, launched SBI International Assess US Equity Fund of Funds. And you can say here, it is an open-ended fund of funds scheme that would invest in mutual fund schemes and exchange traded fund that invest in the United States market. It means if you want to collaborate with this fund of fund, this will again fund this amount to the mutual fund schemes of the United States market, and this scheme will invest 95 to 100% of its net assets in Amundi funds. It means US Pioneer Fund, which invest predominantly in the US market. It means 95 to 100% money will be invested in the Amundi funds. It means it will be invested in the US market. And who is currently the CEO and managing director of this SBI mutual fund? Answer is Mr. Vinay M. Tonse. So this is again important thing under this question. You have to remember this. Moving to next question. In order to boost India's rooftop solar program, which organization is planning to launch $100 million, it means $1 billion credit guarantee scheme, and it is a huge amount which is invested in India for especially for the new and renewable energy resources like the rooftop solar program. And we have a target that 175 gigawatt we have to achieve this generation capacity of new and renewable energy by the year of 2022, and 450 gigawatt by the year of 2030 under the sustainable development goals. So answer of this question is very simple. Answer of this question is World Bank, because from the 2016 World Bank has supported India's green economy finance, and in 2016 World Bank launched a $625 million lending program with the SBA for rooftop solar units for the commercial, industrial and the institutional sector. So this is the World Bank. So you can see here World Bank $100 million, or you can say the $1 billion guarantee scheme for solar rooftop projects. And who can use or who can install these solar power projects? The World Bank is planning to launch this huge amount with the help of the State Bank of India and the MSME Ministry. And remember, this scheme will enable micro, small and medium enterprises and those firms which do not meet the lending criteria of the banks. It means they can't borrow money from the banks, and they can't use this system of the rooftop solar plants and other financial institution to avail concessional debt financing for setting up rooftop solar units. So World Bank will help those micro, small and medium enterprises who do not meet the lending criteria of the banks, so that World Bank can fund this amount to micro, small and medium enterprise so that they can set up these rooftop solar units. So it can control the carbon emission also, and it will also generate some type of the employment, and it will also a green economy project. So this is very important, rooftop solar unit, and India currently need these projects. So remember about World Bank, because World Bank president is David Robert Malpass, and it was established in 1944. And one more organization also established with the World Bank, that is the International Monetary Fund. Both organization, World Bank and International Monetary Fund, also known as Bretton Woods twins, because it was both the organization were established in the Bretton Woods in USA. And where is the headquarter? Headquarter of IMF and World Bank is same. It is in Washington DC. And remember, one thing is very important, that how many countries are member of World Bank? 189 countries are member of World Bank, and 190 countries are member of International Monetary Fund. One country, Andorra, is recently added in the International Monetary Fund. It was not a member of the World Bank. Moving to next question. Cashfree partners with which company to enable international payments for merchants? Very simple question. Cashfree is basically a Bengaluru based company, and it is a technological based company who partners with which company to enable international payments for merchants. It means by using this company platform and the Cashfree customers can do the international payments through this application, and the name of this application is PayPal, or name of this company is PayPal. You can see here Cashfree and PayPal joins hand to help small medium enterprises sell across 200 market. It means they can expand their customer base, because they can do business in the 28 plus currencies. So it is very important, so that international customers can also engage on this platform, and they can also buy with their domestic currencies. And it will enable businesses to add a PayPal Express checkout option to their order pages and accept payments from the user across 200 market, because who are using these 28 plus currencies can use this PayPal and Cashfree feature. And businesses which have partnered with the Cashfree can activate one touch payment, which would let their customers stay logged in and finish the transactions with ease. It means it is very simple method if you are related with the Cashfree transactions, and you can now do the PayPal transactions in so many currencies like 28 plus currencies. What about PayPal? President and CEO is Dan Schulman, and headquarters is in San Jose, California. Move into next question, but it is not so much important. Just remember about PayPal and Cashfree, so you can tick the answer right. Next question is, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports restored the recognition of which authority as the National Sports Federation after 10 years or after a decade? So very important question, because it is restored again. It was revoked by the Ministry of Sports in 2011, exactly 10 years before, due to the fighting within the federation, due to the constitutional breakdown of this organization. That's why before 10 years, that is in 2011, due to the fighting within the federation, this organization was revoked. And name of this organization is Gymnastic Federation of India. Remember the name of the organization. You can see Department of Sports or the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. Ministry of Sports restored recognition of Gymnastic Federation of India. You can also see here Gymnastic Federation of India as the National Sports Federation after a decade, it means after the 10 years, and the recognition granted by the ministry with immediate effect for 1 year time period. It means almost 1 year time period, because it is starting in 1st of March 2021 till the 31st December 2021, almost 10 months. And this Gymnastic Federation of India, the accreditation was revoked by the ministry in 2011 due to the fighting within the federation. And the National Sports Authority also warned that this recognition may be revoked again if the terms and the conditions of the reorganization or the recognition or its own constitution were violated. So remember, this is very important question, because a new organization again restored, and name of this organization is Gymnastic Federation of India. Remember this. Moving to next question. Next question is Saras Ajivika Mela 2021. This is just a one-liner question. You have to remember. Saras Ajivika Mela 2021 started at which place to bring rural women self-help groups under one platform? So it is specially organized by the Ministry of Rural Development, so that maximum to maximum artisans, maximum to maximum labor class people, or maximum to maximum women or the self-help groups can attach this Saras Ajivika Mela and they can enhance their income by presenting their handicrafts. So this is organized in Noida Heart. So remember, the place is Noida, Uttar Pradesh. You can see here Narendra Singh Tomar, a Union Minister of Rural Development and Agriculture, inaugurated this Saras Ajivika Mela in Noida Heart. And it is to bring rural women self-help groups under one platform so that their income can be enhanced, because so many 300 self-help groups and the craftsmen from 27 states are attached under this Mela so that they can enhance their income by showcasing their artisans products. And this Mela by the Ministry of Rural and Development, because it is organized by Ministry of Rural and Development. So all the expenditure is done by Ministry of Rural Development, and who is currently the Union Minister? Narendra Singh Tomar. Now we are moving to important question section, and here is only one question which we are discussing. The Office of the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India under its Waste to Health mission launched which fellowship program recently? So the main objective of this Waste to Wealth is to reduce the waste, and you can generate wealth from this waste. So the name of this fellowship program under the Waste to Wealth is Swachhta Sarathi Fellowship. So remember, Swachhta Sarathi Fellowship. You can see the picture, Swachhta Sarathi Fellowship launched by the Office of the Principal Scientific Advisor, and it is by the Waste to Wealth program. And these fellowship will recognize students, community workers, self-help groups, municipalities, sanitary workers who are working as Swachhta Sarathis to tackle the challenge of waste management scientifically and sustainably through various initiatives. It means you have to innovate any idea so that you can reduce the waste, and you have to increase the waste management. The fellowship are divided into the three categories, like category A, B and C. Under the category A, open to school students from 9th to 12th class engaged in the waste management community work. Under category B, the students belongs to the open to college students, and under category C, open to citizens working in the community and through self-help groups, municipal or the sanitary workers working beyond specification of their job requirement descriptions. The Waste of Health mission is one of the 9 national missions of the Prime Minister's Science, Technology and the Innovation Advisory Council. So like you can say that one mission is like this Waste to Wealth mission. Other 8s are like you can say natural language transition, quantum frontier, artificial intelligence, you can say the deep ocean exploration. There is a national biodiversity mission. These are under the nine national missions of the Prime Minister Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council. And who is currently the principal scientific advisor of Government of India? He is currently the Professor Krishna Swami Vijayaraghavan. So you can remember, it is not so much important, but you can remember this. Now we are moving to the one-liner points, and first point is 1 in the 4 people will having hearing problems by 2050, and it is the first report regarding the hearing problems by the World Health Organization. So this is the one of the new report which is presented by the first time by WHO. So because currently at present 1 in 5 people worldwide having hearing problems, if the issue is not properly addressed, there will be a loss of trillion US dollars every year to restore this type of the hearing overcome. So in order to overcome this scenario, the report proposed measures which would cost almost $1.33 per person per year. This is a very small amount if we are taking the per person per year, but if we are not addressing this problem properly, then it will lose a trillion of US dollar every year. So it is WHO who is presenting this report. It means almost 25% people will have hearing problems by the year of 2050, not 25, and now 20% people are facing this type of the problem. So what about WHO? WHO Director General is Tedros and headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland. Next is the global energy related carbon emission fell by 5.8% in 2020 due to pandemic, and it is International Energy Association. So this is a good news, because due to pandemic, so much carbon emission is reduced because no factories are running, and no factories were running basically, and no carbon emission is there due to factories, and pollution vehicle is very much less because no mobility is there. So that's why no pollution vehicle is there. So carbon emission fell down by 5.8%. It is by International Energy Agency, and it is very good. And we have to just learn from the pandemic and how we can control this carbon emission. We have to generate some innovative methods. And who is the Director General of this International Energy Agency? Not important, but answer is Dr. Fatih Birol. FATIH. Remember, if you can, otherwise it is not so much important. Headquarter is important. International Energy Association headquarters in Paris, France. Next is security and Exchange Board of India eases listing rules for IPOs of large companies. Not so much important. Just remember about Securities and Exchange Board of India. It was established in 1988, but it became the statutory body in 1992. It means it was passed with the Act of Parliament in 1992. And who is currently the chairman? Chairman is Ajay Tyagi. Next is Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel presented height state budget worth rupees 97,000 crore in financial year 22. So it is not so much important because it is related to the state budget, and it is related to Chhattisgarh, but just you have to remember this, it is related to Chhattisgarh. And this term is important because it is created by Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel. What is the meaning of height? H stands for holistic development, E stands for education, like equal opportunity for all, I stands for infrastructure, G stands for governance, H stands for health, and T stands for transformation. You have to remember this. And the state budget is made like 38% provision for the social sector, 39% for the economic sector, and 23% for the general service sector. It means maximum focus on the economic sector, and second most important sector for the state is the social sector, but not so much important. If you belongs to Chhattisgarh, then you can remember this news, or you can go to the state budget from our website, that is affairscloud.com. Next is 45th Civil Accounts Day, 1st March 2021. So not so much important day, not so much important day. Just you have to remember it is a one of the not so much important day, that is Civil Accounts Day. Why this day is celebrated on the 1st March? Because very important organization like Indian Services Account Service, Indian Civil Account Service, established on the 1st March of 1976. And ICS is one of the civil services of India under the Department of Expenditure, Union Ministry of Finance. And who is currently the Union Minister? Nirmala Sitharaman. Who is the Minister of State? Anurag Singh Thakur. Just remember this, otherwise this day is not so much important. Next, author Shrabani Basu, new book, The Mystery of the Parsi Lawyer, to be released. It is a basically fiction novel, and it is related to a mystery. So examiner will not ask these type of the books, but you can just read this news like author Shrabani Basu. Book name is The Mystery of the Parsi Lawyer. Not important. So you have to remember WHO, you have to remember IEA, you have to remember SEBI, you have to remember Chhattisgarh CM, the meaning of the height. This is important. So now we are moving to the 2nd March 2021 question. And what was the question? Question was, which of the following sultans died while playing the polo or chogan? And this ruler belongs to the slave dynasty. So why this dynasty is known as slave dynasty? Because this person was slave of Muhammad Ghori. Muhammad Ghori, who was basically attacked India almost 16 times. So this is very important. And who is this person? Qutbuddin Aibak. He was the founder of slave dynasty in 1206, and he ruled 4 years till 1206 to 10, and in 1210 he died while playing polo or chogan. So next is the question of the day. Question of the day is, Sariska and the Ranthambore, both are situated in Rajasthan, are the reserves for which of the following wildlife? So you have to give me answer only in the comment box out of these 4 options. I am waiting your answer, and you have to answer only in the comment box. So you have to provide us 700 plus likes. I'm waiting here. Your likes I'm waiting. And please subscribe our channel, and please press the bell button so that you can receive the notification on time, because so many people are complaining that we are not receiving the notification on time. So you have to press this bell button 2 times. And it is Affairs Cloud promise that it will boost your confidence in the general awareness section, definitely. And if you are reading our current affairs from the PDFs, and if you are watching the current affairs from our videos, then your current affairs section will definitely go strong, because 90 to 95% current affairs which are coming in your exams are covered by Affairs Cloud. And guys, this is genuinity of Affairs Cloud. This is the hard work of Affairs Cloud team. And guys, again I am saying, don't take life so much serious. Life is fun, life is beautiful. Always be happy, because happiness is the key of success. Thank you guys again. Take care. Bye bye.